There's a secret right at the heart of banking, and it's been hiding in plain sight for decades. And that's that the very banks who are meant to serve the global financial system have been clogging it up needlessly with layers of complexity and risk. The Bank of London started with one simple question. The system is broken. How do we fix it?
One of the things that we all learned from the financial crisis was the degree of interconnectivity of the entire financial system. Large bank, small bank, retail investor, institutional investor, retail client, the man, the woman on the street, going to work every day with their 401ks declining. All of a sudden, the financial system, we all became aware, was completely interconnected. And as a result, risk could transfer in an interconnected way. And since then, tremendous gains have been made in capital and liquidity and vast aspects of the financial system. Having said that, there is a massive amount of work to be done in a complex, nuanced part of the market that deals with payments and money transfer.
Payments is really a shorthand for a whole range of related activities and transactions. The most critical of these is clearing and settlement.
The clearing bank market is probably the area that even people that have been in banking for years don't understand. It is really the heart and the lifeblood of the banking system, but it's also one that has really been marked by inefficiency.
The global payments, clearing and settlement systems are not currently fit for purpose. These systems are too expensive, they take too long to come to settlement. There isn't an alternative.
Messaging, payments, and liquidity are all on different rails, and cross-border payments are encumbered by a chain of correspondent banks.
And all this is exacerbated by systemic settlement risk and the real burden of failed payments.
Until recently, this was a closed club.
Just between the UK, the EU, and the US, less than 100 banks control 75% of the world's spendable money. That's approximately $2.5 quadrillion annually.
In the UK alone, there are £750 billion worth of transactions processed every day. And in the main, these go through just 5 banks.
I often call this the nightclub issue. In banking, the reason the markets work is because everybody else is there. The reason the networks work is because everybody else is there. And so yes, if you go to a nightclub and you got lousy music and lousy drinks and so on, you still go because everybody else is there. And right now, most of the payment schemes and the ways that we transfer money were built in the 70s, 80s, 90s and only modestly upgraded.
There's been a bunch of fintechs and other participants who've done a really good job innovating around the edges, but they're really stunted because to bring real innovation, you have to innovate in the core. And you can only do that if you're a clearing bank.
But even they really struggle with this. It would be like trying to change the engine of an aeroplane mid-flight.
They have a tremendous amount of complexity because they've been built up and amalgamated over time. You just can't replace everything if you would.
They've got no reason to change. The customer can be frustrated, but they don't do anything about that. Because the customer needs other things. They need credit, they need reporting, etc.
They didn't innovate for that reason. They kept their systems antiquated. They didn't move things in real time, and they thought they were going to have this monopoly for a long time. And frankly, we live in a free market society, and in a free market society, problems get solved by innovators.
I first met Anthony through a friend, and the minute he walked through the door, he made the problem very specific to me. He says, Mark, every time you transfer money, that's a frustrating process and a costly process, right? I said, yep. Or we're going to build at the Bank of London a product that is going to take that problem away. And we're going to be able to instantaneously transfer money and revolutionize a significant component of the financial services industry. And I said, man, if we can change that, we have a winner on our hands.
The Bank of London is not just another new bank. We're the world's first purpose-built global clearing, agency and transaction bank, the likes of which the world has never seen before. From next-generation treasury, payment versus payment payment versus delivery, right through to atomic settlement. And that's just a fraction of what we bring to market.
In essence, we have built a platform that allows us to leverage the existing networks, yet provide a tremendous amount of additional capabilities.
Our unique patented innovations cover the principal risk factors across payments, clearing, settlement, compliance, and disbursement.
One of the first things that got us excited is the ability to take costs and reduce it by 80, 90%. And in general, people at the beginning tell you, we're kind of happy with what we have, until you show them what you could have, right? And when you show them what you could have, which is faster, better, stronger, cheaper, then fundamentally people go, hang on, yeah, the door's wide open. Come and help us change.
The Bank of London will transform the financial industry for everyone's benefit.
You can deliver to your customers the products and services that you actually want to. You're no longer constrained by the limits of your current banking partner.
By working with us as a customer, you're going to be able to service your customers better, be able to address the movement of money between all of the major corridors, be able to move that money in real time, be able to apply the best of breed in terms of compliance and related technology on top of that to make those transactions more transparent, to make them better for regulators, and to make them faster.
I think we're at a point right now where people truly understand the criticality of the need for safety when it comes to payments and clearing.
Settlement risk is the largest risk within the financial industry. This is a huge addressable market and a real opportunity to disrupt.
The Bank of London is uniquely positioned to provide a truly disruptive solution to a market that is begging for a solution.
We are going to finally bring disruption to the very fundamentals of banking, making it safer in the process.
We have a very sound long-term vision to build the brand new yet long-term sustaining clearing bank of the future. And I would say innovation is woven into everything we do, psychologically, technologically. It's the lifeblood of our business.
One of the many failures of the global banking industry is they only really ask themselves one question. And that question was, where will the future of banking take us? When they really ought to have asked themselves, where will we take the future of banking? That's what we're here to solve at the Bank of London.